5. Hail Karuga! Kapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Karuga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm needing new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karuga.
Hello, world. It's Birdo Prey 5. Kapla. Oh, my goodness. It is Sunday morning, July 14th, 2024. And nothing has been on TV since yesterday, pretty much, since this one topic, which I really feel is probably not great to talk about on YouTube, but on the other hand, what the hell else is there to talk about if not for this? And no, I don't mean Star Trek for once. But the unfortunate news, the attempt on the life of a former U.S. president, and not only former president, but a man running for office to be president again, and seemed to have at least a 50-50 shot of winning from past history. So who knows? I don't dare ever predict what was going to go on, or what may or may not have changed. But I worry for our country, our nation, when stuff like this, it doesn't bode well for me. Gorilla, I'll get to you in a second. Kapla, Outlaw Bill, Richie Poole, 47 Yorktown, Gorilla's Random Thoughts, who says prayers for our nation. Hashtag prayers for Trump. Outlaw Bill says hey to Richie, and Bradley Briggs says up to all. Welcome, Bradley. 47 Yorktown saying hello. Also to everybody. And I got the link to join the panel. I think just please be patient today. I'm going to bring people up a little differently, perhaps. Gorilla says, hey to Bill, Mr. Lundell's groovy movie, cut plot, Mr. Lundell. Mike Richards' greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. And there's Captain Fandom Nerd. Good morning, Captain Fandom Nerd. Hello, Captain. Okay, hey, Gorilla, how you doing? Are you? Well, when Gorilla gets back.
Oh, I am
hello.
back.
Hi.
I went and turned my stove off because I was just starting to make breakfast when you started.
Oh, you can go eat breakfast. Go make breakfast.
Yeah, well, in a little bit. Man, I am just absolutely disgusted with some of the people on Twitter.
I literally haven't gone to Twitter since this happened. Literally.
Well, I was trying to get updates, and some of these people just disgust me.
Yeah.
And they say we're the problem.
And here's Bill. Hey, Bill. Well,
hey.
I really don't want to start a us versus them, Gorilla.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
Who's to say? You know, I'm not 100% sure who them even is yet.
Well, I don't like the fact that everybody's calling it was the other party that initiated this, or you know, who knows? Who really knows? I mean, this could be some radical sympathizer who acted out. You know.
I mean, what I'm hearing already was that he was a registered Republican, but he had donated to Democrats in the past, and who cares? Who cares? The point is,
it's a travesty. It should not have happened.
We let this get this far.
Yeah, and it's scary what you know, the next couple months.
That's the thing, is that the door's been open, and obviously
we've got all but 3 months.
Secret Service is not all not an impossible. Secret Service, they're you know, I used to think, oh, they had their shit together. Honestly, I thought this type of stuff probably was happening at pretty much every rally, but they were stopping them before it got this far. To hear about this guy just being able to crawl pretty much right so close, on a roof so close, within 150, 200 yards.
410 feet. 430.
Okay, so yeah, a few hundred yards away from the president is crazy. It's crazy. Now, I don't know if they would have allowed the same people to get that close to a current president as a former president. Maybe they have different standards or what, but
well, he did not have as much security as he would have had as he was a president. There's a smaller security force from Secret Service.
Well, I guess that's something, because I just worry that somebody sees this and now they're going to say, oh, well, if they can do it, we can do it. And next thing we know, have a second attempt or something, and I go, oh my God, then
Well,
the country's going to hell.
I
Everything.
was listening to Twitter, and yeah, that they were saying, "Oh, is this going to fuel some retaliation to go after Biden,
I
or
hope not.
just remove Biden?" And
I
it's
hope-
going to get all types of crazy, you know.
That's what I worry about, honestly.
Yeah.
And then I worry about Jesus Christ. Should I even have just said that? Because like that's probably not something anybody wants us talking about, but we've got to talk about it. How do we not?
No, we have to. Yeah, no,
How
I
do
know.
we?
Even though, yeah, I can't speak for all of us here on the panel, but you know, I'm one who doesn't like to talk politics, but this is real. I mean, this affects every single one of us. And remember, you have it in your opening credit for Bed Life, we the people.
Yeah.
We are the people. You know, we have the voice. We have the voice, and if they're gonna nuke my channel, your channel, what, I don't know, you know, if they're gonna shut us up, they're just wrong. It's just wrong, and we can't stay silent. We can't ignore it. We have to express our feelings and opinions openly, and not be hostile and not be violent, because this is just nonsense. It's nonsensical BS, and it should not happen ever again.
But I'm going to tell you something, guys, here and now. I got a little scared at Trump's response to all this. I mean, granted, the man got shot. His ear ripped open, covered in blood. And, you know, I probably shouldn't be judging him as much as I am at the moment.
A lot of have. There's some Hollywood elites that already came out and said this was staged, it was fake blood, and the gunshot sounded like popcorn because they lived in Harlem or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I'll be honest. You know, the first thing those so-called, I have no expertise. I have zero expertise. But the sound of those gunshots, they didn't seem like, they seemed low caliber. And apparently that was the first thing that people noticed also, was that there was something, you know, if you're going to attempt to, but it just seems you would use bigger bullets.
Yeah. Well, the most popular size, the gun that was
the
used,
22.
No, there's a 5. The gun that was used uses a 5.59, or I can't remember what the other size is, but the 5.59 is most popular, so it's more likely that there. And the reason that it sounded the way it did is that there was such a bad echo in the arena or in the open space that they were in too. That's one of the things people said. There's really echoey.
Right, and don't forget, it did unfortunately kill someone.
Yeah,
and other people are in the hospital.
I don't know if they released that person's name or not. I know they usually wait till the next of kin's notified.
Yeah, but we do know they died. Somebody did die. Somebody was killed, just not the intended target. And I guess that's true. We don't know how far the microphone is away. I mean, what did that? I guess which microphone really picked up those sounds? If it was a microphone in his ear, then I guess, you know, I guess it's pretty loud for something coming whizzing like right by the microphone. I don't know. I don't know. And I haven't really been watching because I just it feels so dirty. I don't want to deal with this. I don't. I hate that we got this. But I would have loved to have seen Donald Trump stand up and say something like before he left or whatever.
Well, he kind of did.
He was yelling, but he was yelling, "Fight, fight, fight!"
Oh,
No, he was saying, "Don't give up fighting.
Don't give up.
He was saying basically, stay the course.
Stay the course. Did he?
You know that? Yeah, in a way. When he was,
because I would have loved to have him.
It wasn't
forgive,
nothing.
forgive, instead of fight, fight, fight. That
Well,
I know.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm certainly, I have no authority to say that would have, but that's what really I would have preferred he yelled, forgive, 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 instead of fight, fight, fight. But I'm not the one standing there with my ear and my bleeding in my hands, having just, looked down the barrel of a bad guy doing bad things to me in my general vicinity.
Well, he was. I think he was. They said he was on a roof building from about 400 to about 355 yards away, or something like that.
Yeah.
And
430 feet. 200 some yards.
The rifle. Why it could have sounded like that? It could have been a 22 with a suppressor, or just not generally loud as some other long range rifles.
Gorilla thinks he knows what rifle it was.
It was no, it was an AR-15 because people are going nuts. So it's probably a 5.55, and those really aren't that much bigger than a 22.
I thought AR-15s were standard 22s.
No, they come in 5.59s.
I think they come in all types, but I always heard 22 was the most standard for AR-15. That's how much I know.
I could be wrong on this.
What I'm reading off. I mean, mostly that comes from my Jeep forum, and a lot of those guys who drive Jeeps also love their guns.
Oh,
and so that's where I
okay.
to get that info from.
I am. So I am. It comes in 5.59 and 22 or 0.22 So
Yeah.
maybe it's the 22.3 that's the most popular. I could have been wrong on that.
Yeah, and I know from my own experience, 22s are like not particularly loud as bullets go. Don't get me wrong, they're still dangerous as F, but in terms of sound, they're barely over BBs hitting hard metal when you actually take a shot, compared with any other bullet is always noticeably louder. Yeah, clearly not a 50 cal Stanley.
Yeah, no, you would probably hear a 50 cal. That's for sure.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No,
50 cal was,
50 cal, that would have taken out more than one person behind.
yeah,
Trump.
it would have been it would have been over. Would have been game over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
But
rounds.
also, Jesus Christ, something that big is set up that close. You know.
Because those 50 cal, those are meant for really long distances.
Yeah. I mean,
You're talking thousands of yards.
it would have been that would have been stupid. I mean, I don't think. See, like, I have to wonder, like, okay, did this guy may have been the lone shooter, but did he have an okay from a local cop or something, like a police officer assigned, knowing what was going to happen, so kept their eyes, deliberately looking the other way, and like, was that my building to watch? My bad. And who knows? I don't know. That's what worries me.
I have a feeling we're going to see a few resignations here in the next couple days.
Yeah. Why was there a grassy knoll anywhere in the vicinity? I know, Stanley. That's like, why was that allowed to happen? That's what worries me.
Well, the FBI is going to might release a statement here pretty soon, because they're the ones that had to take over the investigation since it was a Secret Service failure.
Right here. You have a 50 cal round next to
Yeah, versus 22.
Yeah. I just wanted to show you that out to you. That 50 cal round is pretty massive.
Yeah, why don't you click on it, make it big?
Because when I do that, it goes to a website.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
Right,
Gotcha.
you can click right there though.
Huh?
You can click on the actual picture that you got. Move over on top. No, other way. Over top the picture and actually click it.
No, I don't think it works like that anymore.
Oh,
okay. Things used to work like that, but they fucking screwed it up.
Well, did they?
Google.
Here, I'll see if I can get your picture here.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, I'll stop
Mom, do you do hose again? Ms. Lundell says no one will resign because of. I'm not saying in the Biden administration. I'm talking about in the police, the local police.
No, it'd be Secret Service.
Secret Service. Both, I think. Secret Service and local police will have places to go. And welcome to Mr. Lundell. Kapla.
Kapla. Kapla. Mr. Lundell.
That's also like security people. Who do you think might resign or not resign? Mr. Lundell. Or anything else?
No, there'll be no resignations behind this, none whatsoever.
Yeah, there you go,
okay. Bert. These same clowns, okay, they denied Secret Service protection to RFK after he had a near incident. See, they have to give it to Trump because Trump is a former president, and that's part of the perks. And if you've been following the news, they were trying to take it away from him. before this happened. So take all that in consideration with the rhetoric we've been hearing from the left for 7 years now. See, the man he according to the left, he's been in bed with the Russians. They got film of him being pissed on by Russian hookers and the Steele dossier, all of this stuff. You know, he's raping women in a high-end department store, all of this. Okay, why is nobody surprised that this has happened? I'm surprised it took this long.
Yeah, really.
It actually looks really damn squirrely since your boy Joe Biden.
That's the other thing.
Been looking like, you know, the doddering old forgetful man that he is.
This timing very suspicious.
I sound like a conspiracy nut,
but we all do now.
Follow it.
But but it's like, how do you not? How do we not? How do we not call out the timing of this? Was, I mean, if I was Trump, this wasn't the time to pull this card, because
no, look,
frankly,
Trump is not,
Biden was.
Do you really think he would stage that? He would take a chance of really getting shot?
Yeah, that's
you know, Mr.
Are you that
Odell,
fucking stupid? No,
that's kind of. Yeah.
I at times I would think maybe I would just say maybe that you know.
Look, after that debate, Trump doesn't have to do anything.
That was the thing.
Okay, let's face
that
it.
Was
That's why for the week after, Trump said nothing. Okay, because he didn't have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This timing was the timing would be the most suspicious thing that makes me think if it was a conspiracy, it's you know, because I guess whatever it is, whether it was the left or the right, or it's neither, you know, it's a conspiracy regardless of who is behind it. It's just over, well, which conspiracy do you believe? And then, of course, we get a super suspicious person as a shooter because they're apparently only 20-year-old with no social media.
It was just a radical person that was kind of a little crazy, nuts, and an individual, you know, but conspiracy, and people are going to say and put out whatever they put out, you know, and say, we may never know. But it's kind of like history is repeating itself all over again, you know. Because you know, they brought up the Lincoln shooting and Kennedy, and you know, all have looped back to that. But this shouldn't be happening in America, shouldn't it be? We shouldn't stand for it.
No, it shouldn't have happened, but people just I don't even know what I want to say here, especially since we're on YouTube. That's not my stream.
Okay.
Good morning, executive producer Saul Leibowitz. Railgun.
Railgun tech for a handgun or a rifle is shitty right now.
Yeah, there's nothing that shoots.
Well, no,
Nothing.
they can do it for like an artillery piece, but for like a handgun or a rifle,
Right.
they
No,
can't
there's
get the
no
magnet strong
there's no
enough.
carry. Yeah. There's no hand carry rail
Yeah.
guns at this point.
Because believe
It's
it or not,
still sci-fi.
they have them on some naval ships.
Can I say something that was kind of odd? Yesterday, I was coming home from Goodyear, which is in the greater Phoenix area. My dad was driving me back, and on the way home, I saw maybe 3 or 4 Humvee vehicles, military vehicles, on the side of the road. With military personnel. So I didn't know what to think. I just thought it was weird and out of place. And then I get home and find out that this happened. Wow, that
Those were probably guardsmen out doing the weekend duty. No, nothing.
But
no big deal
I've never seen like 3 or 4 military Humvee vehicles, that look like they were out of straight out of
I know
Iraq.
South Dakota is doing a bunch of training. I'm not sure about Arizona. But like South Dakota around here, they're doing a bunch of training.
It was odd and strange. The same day that this is going on. Maybe they went in. Maybe it already happened as we were driving home, and they were already on alert going out. But there's Arizona, and that was in Pennsylvania, so.
Nah, hey, look, there's guardsmen out doing the weekend warrior shit, no doubt. There's nothing to worry about. I mean, the freak out will be when Trump wins, what the Democrats do.
Well, if we even get to that point, we still got 3.5 months till election, right? And we got the rest of July, August, September, October.
It'll get to that point. See, but so it's.
Will it though? I'm really not sure. I worry, Miss Lund. I am so worried. Honestly, I'm not that worried because I unfortunately really think that I'm towards the end of my time on this planet already. I don't want Mama Prey to freak out because she's outside right now. So I'm just going to tell this to you guys. I honestly, I don't know how much of it is physical or psychosomatic, but I really don't. I wake up, I go to sleep, and I don't know if I'm going to wake up the next day.
You really need to stop fucking thinking like that.
Okay? I know I do, but I also need you guys to understand that it is that bad. That's where I'm at. I go to sleep and I kind of say, well, fuck it. It's really probably not going to be my problem in the morning. And I wake up and holy shit. I can't imagine that I'm still awake and tireder than I was the day before. Although at the moment last night I did get good sleep. So I'm a little bit better at the moment. But
do you need a new couple pictures of a Romulan ale or something, Bird?
no,
You think
no
that would help
Romulan
you?
ale. No Romulan ale, thank you. Just, but in terms of, yeah, I'm out of things. I'm so far from my normal that I feel terrible when every day is like, do I want to stream today? And of course I do. I want to talk to them. I want to, but I never realized really before, like, how much YouTube hangs over me, how much, like the dagger that they hang over the channel as to, what I can and can't talk about, until I realized that it wasn't so much that YouTube was stopping other people from advertising on my channel, but it was stopping me from advertising my channel on YouTube. That is what makes YouTube powerful. That is what makes YouTube the decider of what actually grows and what doesn't grow. And that's when I realized, holy shit, I am much more locked up, locked down than I ever thought I was. I didn't realize how YouTube had conquered us. But what, Mama Bray? Yeah, how YouTube had already conquered our free speech.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah.
I don't believe that for 1 minute.
Well,
okay.
I mean, your streams with Londell are movies. They're not political in any way.
But I say so much political stuff on other people's streams. Okay, come on now. Just look, you get me and Deej in the same stream, and what happens?
Well, that's the thing. I don't get you and Deej in streams anymore. Deej fucking turned off all of his YouTube money completely. Not that he's even streamed lately, but when he does, he's completely unmonetized.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm not monetized either. So, I mean,
Stan Lee's YouTube is giving us the illusion of free speech.
All of this is all this about we're not having free speech. It's just gonna bring LDG in. This.
Yeah, he's sleeping.
Thank God for that.
Still sleeping or blissfully unaware. He's so mad at himself.
I did message him just so he does get upset at himself. So
oh yeah, and I'm still in the underground, so I'll be the first to tell him.
Mike Richards' freedom of speech is the ability to yell theater in a crowded fire.
Close, but no cigar.
Yeah, Miss Lundell's here.
His rep with the senile one.
Ronald Price says, you really like your reference for the senile one.
Yeah, see, See, if that's proof right there, if there was no free speech, Facebook would have got rid of me a long time ago.
Mr. Lindell says if there was no free speech, Facebook would have got rid of him a long time ago. Bradley Briggs says, Google, not a fan of cursing every game I played, rated under PG-16, will chat ban you in about 5 seconds for cursing.
Well, I'm actually surprised YouTube hasn't yanked some of my streams down as nuts as we can get on some of the stuff.
Stanley says YouTube doesn't need the US anymore. They just want to completely mainstream another platform for the big media companies. We just waste bandwidth and don't produce enough revenue to bother with. I think that's what it really is, Stanley. I think, certainly my channel size, a smaller channels, I don't think we produce anywhere near bandwidth to make any of this worthwhile for them. Now, I think by the time you get to Doomcock, Nerdrotic size channels, and to be fair, Nerdrotic is bigger than Doomcock these days because he's Geeks and Gamers. When you get to their sizes, then I think you finally get on the YouTube radar, and they'll cut some deals or whatever.
Okay, so how many million sub channels are out there?
There's a lot. There's so many. There's got to be
Critical Thinker.
Oh, there's got to be 100,000 plus million. I would imagine.
100,000.
Probably
That's a
more.
drop in the bucket if it is. If it's that many.
I mean, and then there's 5 million plus channels, 10 million plus channels. I don't know how many.
PewDiePie has over 110 million.
Yeah, Mr. Beast, he's the top guy now.
Oh, is he the top guy now? He surpassed PewDiePie or whatever.
Oh yeah, Mr. Beast. He was the top guy for some time. I don't know what he's up to.
Oh, hey Bradley Briggs, are you the same as Colorado Briggs or Colorado Bradley that we have? We pop into our watch parties. Sorry, I didn't mean to kill the conversation.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Stanley says, "Oh, just in super chat, they must make like 10K every Friday live stream." Yeah, easily. And then, I mean, God knows what their channel membership is. There's constantly people buying memberships.
Where you really making the money on YouTube is your videos. Your videos,
that's different, but it's different for depending on who, like how big the channels are and the channel history. Yes, for a long time they were making their big money on the videos themselves, the released videos, not the on a live stream. You make your money mostly through your super chats.
Mr. Beast is a giveaway money channel. That's no wonder everybody is looking for something for nothing.
Hey, I don't mind.
Hey, I mean, he makes enough money to give it away.
He does good things. Like he went and built like 150 wells in Africa, more than that one charity was complaining about. Then he also did 1,000 cataract surgeries in Florida. So to me, I'm almost willing to sub for him just just so that he can go keep on doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's I'm not saying he's a bad person. I just, with a name like Mr. Beast, I didn't know what he was to expect. But I think he started, I don't know. Did he start as a gaming? Like as a gamer?
I don't know.
Bradley Briggs says, no, I am not. This is really my only account I use. Huh.
Okay.
Different Briggs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the guy, the person that comes to the watch parties, they go by Colorado Bradley. So I was just trying to put two and two together there.
Good.
And they didn't work. They don't connect. So do we get a mama pray tale?
Mama pray tale?
Yeah, what does Mama Pray think about all this?
What does Mama Pray think of all this?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to? Give her a minute.
Yeah.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good Sunday morning, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. But what did I think of all this? Considering I've lived through. Oh, wait, I need an earbud so I can hear. Okay. Okay, now I can hear. Considering I've lived through the Kennedy assassination, attempts on other politicians, and other people of interest, and Dr. Martin Luther King being shot. This assassination attempt is, how do I put it? It's nothing new to the older generation that has lived through shootings, whether they were successful or not. For political reasons, I don't know. I can say for sure this one, with the media the way it is, and instant information, that was the most different. I remember when Martin Luther King was shot, I was working. I had just started working. I was in Manhattan, and it was the ticket tape machines clicking with the news. Then, of course, came the rumors. Manhattan was shut down immediately. The train stopped. It was, they said Brooklyn was on fire. Downtown Brooklyn. I mean, there were some fires. People were rioting in small bunches, not the way, I mean, the rumors spread. And it wasn't instantaneous. You were hours like, what do we do now? Can't get on a train to go home. Do you want to go home? At least, unfortunately, or fortunately, this time, if you turned on a TV, looked at your phone, went on any stream, news stream, you saw what was going on. And in that respect, the information was more correct. As bad as it was, at least you got it in a timely fashion, and everyone saw with their own eyes. As for the attempt itself, what do I think? Who do I think? Who was this 20-year-old person with no social media? What was his background? That we're not finding out. Who were his friends? All they said was he was a registered Republican. But in 2021, he gave $15 to a Democratic organization. Did he know it was a Democratic organization? Did he know he even registered as a Republican? He's 20 now, in 2024. When did he register as a Republican? Recently? Or, I mean, I have questions. I have a lot of questions. That's what will happen now.
Don't like Trump.
Yes, there are. There definitely are. Was it something personal? I don't know, you know. Then this information we're not getting yet. As for how he got that close, who allowed it, who's what, who was supposed to be watching that building or that area? Was it the local law enforcement?
Yeah, they said it was local.
Oh, well, I don't
know. It's early.
Yeah.
It's early.
Yeah, I have so many questions. I feel terrible.
Yeah.
I feel so terrible for the person's family, the person that passed away, the people that are in the hospital. There were children there that they are going to be scarred for life. There are adults that are going to be scarred for life.
Yeah.
That,
Right
you know, do I go to another live gathering of anything in an open area or a closed area? It really affects everyone. Then when you get to the political arena, God help me, it was already in such a state that nobody, I personally, you want my personal opinion before this?
Yeah.
Yes, I am a registered Republican. But I am a registered Republican that is on Medicare, and I have a disabled son. I'm sorry, the Republicans don't seem to be looking out for the elderly or the disabled. I don't think the Democrats are either. They're looking out in a way that they're giving everything away to non-citizens. I don't know. I'm ready to vote for Byrd. That's where I am. I don't know. I am really disappointed in the whole system. Just tell me why, and I'll bring up your best friend, Joe. Someone like AOC goes into politics and then is living the life of a much richer person than she was before she was elected. There's something wrong somewhere. You're a public servant. You're not supposed to become super rich just by being elected to a position. Now I've said my piece. You're sorry you asked me.
No, never.
Welcome, Substance D, Eastland Burkholder.
Thank you, Mama Frey.
You're welcome.
And
thank you.
You're welcome,
Outlaw
guys.
Bill also said, "We love you, Mama Frey."
I love all you guys. You really do know that. I mean, this
Yeah.
is, this is,
Yeah.
okay. Anyway, I'm turning the mic back to Bird.
Okay,
Thank
you,
you.
Mama Frey. Captain Fandom Nerd says, "Mama Frey, 2024."
No, I will not. I will not take that position. If elected, I will not serve.
Hey, just start ripping everything apart, dismantle them, then resign.
Just give it to little Charlie.
Just give it all to little Charlie.
Mm.
Thank you, Mama Frey. Eastland says, "I would vote for the unspecified person to be determined later by unspecified method."
That's what you do when you vote for Biden.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Let's be honest.
Eastland Burkholder says, "Mama Bird is genuine with the love. Reminds me of the Southern woman my grandma was, without the Italian cooking."
And one thing I wanted to mention, Mama Pray was she was speaking to about that. If you notice one picture, it's like to the side. He's got snipers on the roof, and they were like pointing. They were like aiming in that direction toward where probably where the bullets came from.
Well, yeah, I mean, they took out the sniper, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's who I'm thinking took him out.
probably anti-snipers
Mhm.
or other snipers took out the bad guy sniper. Although I don't think we have nothing's official yet. And even that stuff we think is official, probably also wrong. All going to change.
Another good question. Why the hell is it we know the guy's name and he was a registered Republican? That's
Yeah.
How do we know he's a Republican? Where the hell did that even come from?
Because of his registration card that said he registered as a Republican like 2 years ago. But who's to say that's the exact same person either?
How do we know? I mean, how did we know that? But okay,
yeah, how did we get? Yeah,
okay,
nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, did this guy seeing a shrink? Somebody, was he, was he the weird guy that walked around the neighborhood, stroking himself? What? We don't know nothing. We know nothing about it. I mean, but that he was a Republican. They love to throw that out there, Can't wait for Joe Scarborough's explanation of all this tomorrow.
Oh, CNN was already brushing it off last night. I didn't even, from what I was seeing pop up, I didn't bother looking at anything though.
Okay, everybody, do yourself a favor. Newsmax, okay, or OAN, instead of CNN.
Good fly, Rick. Good to see you, man. Hello, Easton Burkholder.
Hey, Eric. Hey, Easton.
Does any of you think that we could be heading to a civil war, or it's already happening?
Well, the problem
Or
is
any conspiracy theory?
Well, the problem is you don't really need that many people to get on board on either side for it to happen.
Yeah.
Now, look, the Civil War will happen when Trump wins. It'll be the Democrats that start any damn thing, like the last Civil War. It was Democrats that set all that crap off. It won't be Republicans. I remember there was a meme that I posted after the guilty verdict in this 34 count trial. Okay. And it was, notice, we didn't burn anything down. We just gave him money. It's not Republicans you got to work, conservatives you got to worry about causing mayhem. It's Democrats and the left-leaning, spoiled, brat-ass kids.
Well, you say that, but they're going to come right back at you and say, well, this guy was a registered Republican. So
why do we know that? Okay.
Well, I
look,
guess.
If he shot up a gay pride parade, we would have known by now. We would have known everything. He would have had a manifesto out there how he hated yada yada this and everything. It's like this guy is a riddle wrapped around an enigma, enclosed in.
I don't know. It's not really a riddle though. It's easy to explain if you look at it as somebody who thinks that, been taught that Trump, they have TDS, that Trump is a terrible person, that he's an evil commie, or not evil, he's an evil fascist, that, can't be allowed to take office by any means necessary, then it's easy to conclude that, oh, shit. Well,
I understand that. You understand that. But the people that are spreading that, you think they're going to stop now? No. They're going to make it worse. They've already started.
That's what I'm afraid about. I'm sorry. You keep going. No, Mom. I'm sorry, Miss Lundell.
No, I mean, so the thing we have to do is to shut them up, just like they try to shut us up.
And the lovely Yvette is in the house.
Hey,
says,
Yvette.
Good afternoon, Bird, and everyone. I remember the Reagan attempt, but today is very different to then. Do you think someone will think it was a Democratic, regardless of info? Will someone try out and revenge? No, no. You're not going to try that. Not going to even bring that up. Potato Revan says an apparent video has been circulated of him in his college screaming about Republicans in his college. I haven't seen that, Potato Revan. But again, I've purposely avoided Twitter and places like that. Eastland says, Sweet Pea, dogs here with local news. Eastland burned her beans and is eating them like roasted peanuts. We need a cook here. Only leads to offer.
I caught my eggs just in time. A time there only wouldn't turn them back on. I caught them just in time. I got so the conversation.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just can't speculate on that particular because YouTube. Well, just Arabic says this year I'm going as Robin Hood. Eastland says do not interrupt your opponent when they are making mistakes. Yeah,
that's what Trump's been doing the past couple weeks. Okay.
Arabic says I bought a real bow and arrow last year. A real bow and arrow is hard. It's a lot. Very, very difficult weapon to master. I mean, I couldn't even get close. I felt stupid because we had a bow and arrow. My dad had a bow and arrow. We used to have a whole bunch of anyway. Regardless. I first tried to set it up and my dad was laughing at me because I was putting the cord the wrong way. I'm like, what do you mean it's the other way? He's like, you got to bend it the other way. I was like, this can't possibly bend the other way. He's like, yeah, it does. Just bends around. Then he showed me and I felt like an idiot. I really just wasn't strong enough. I could, how is that possible? And I realized I was bending it the wrong way. And then I understood I could, once it was set up, then I could possibly get distance out of it. But I was just nervous as F at that point because it was way too compressed. I just could only imagine this thing was going to rip apart and break, but it didn't. I mean, it's made not to, but oh my God. Yeah. I can't deal with a bow. Ethan says, I have two bad wrists. I would own a bow crossbow. Arabic, they trained me a little and said I was a natural. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Yvette says, hey, everyone. Spent the morning with the ambulance service here for Mom. Thankfully, she is not in the hospital, but I've got to get the doctor here tomorrow. Managed a nap, woke up to your stream.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, Yvette.
Yeah, hope your mom gets well. These things as a crossbow is not a firearm. Stanley said, did he ask you to target him like the left-handed hammer? Stanley says, oddly, there were more cats in the neighborhood before he got the bug. Arabic says, I hope Mama Yvette recovers quickly and feels better soon. Absolutely. Absolutely. Eastland says, sorry to hear Yvette. My sister was going through similar things. My dad had I'm very sorry to hear that, Eastland. Eastland's dad had a peaceful death last week. So sorry, Eastland.
Sorry for your loss, Easton.
But Yvette is not planning for that anytime soon. Hopefully. Ethan says, my dad was terminal with cancer, but was dying without lots of pain. That is at least something.
Yeah, that's at least comforting.
Yeah. And Yvette says, thoughts to hear that, Eastland, and my thoughts are with you. Keep a baseball bat and a baseball glove and a ball. Not 100% sure. So what? Let's see. Local news. New York will ban small shampoo bottles at hotels. Oh, yeah. Enforcement begins January 1, 2025. And all hotels that break may face a $250 fine at the first offense.
So where am I going to get my shampoo from?
Apparently, they're allowed to give you full-size bottles of shampoo that you just keep through to the next guest. So
that's just asking for problems right there. Because
yeah, but this is what I feel like, New York City is the cause of.
Oh, yeah, because I got so much shampoo and conditioner and that from hotels sitting in the bathroom there.
Yeah.
So what the hell's wrong with small bottles of shampoo?
More plastic.
Well, it's too much plastic, I guess.
Oh God!
But instead, then there'll just be big bottles that get replaced, because you're not going to get people who are interested in having shampoo from other guests. So prices go up for everybody, and more plastic gets wasted than ever before.
Yeah.
This
and
is
people stop
typical.
going to hotels in New York.
Well, they already had to force people to go back to hotels by outlawing B&Bs, Airbnbs.
Wait,
Yeah,
Airbnbs are now outlawed in New York?
I see
much.
that is anti-free enterprise by itself.
Yeah.
You come up with hotels and motels and Airbnbs and you let the consumer decide where he or she is going to spend their money. You're still going to have people that are going to go to hotels. You're still going to have people, and you're going to have some people that are going to go Airbnb. What if you're just overnight? Okay, you don't need to spend that much on a hotel room. You gotta, you can hit a B&B, good night's sleep, a breakfast in the morning, and back on the road or whatever. So you're gonna force me to spend more money just for one, maybe 2 nights at a hotel. That is fascism. Okay.
Jim's Landscape LLC. Commodore Productions is in the house. Says please check out his new GOA camera video with a link. Thank you, Jim. Stanley says the property owners started having too many rules. So it's actually cheaper and more convenient to use a traditional hotel. Well, I don't know if that is exactly what the New York City ban was. I'm pretty sure the New York City ban was to force people back into hotels.
The consumer things that herd, culls that herd. Where the money goes, the people that are spending it, where it goes, that determines. It should be the determining factor.
Anyway, I think we're gonna come up and call it here. We'll go through the panel and if there's anything Gorilla you want to say before we go?
Well, tonight for Cinema Sunday there we are watching a movie called Rubber. It's about a killer tire. So I think I might call that cringe stock there. Wednesday we got Justified back, and I'm not sure what movie we're gonna be watching on Thursday. Then I will not be having Walton's or TS9 next week because we got I got a camping trip with the Cub Scouts there, and I can't believe those people. We got like 12 to 16 kids, all under the age of 10. A lot of them are going to be under the age of 6, and they're not going to allow us to smoke or drink on the campgrounds.
Wow.
That's going to be a long weekend.
Okay. Bill, what you got going on?
Western Cinema Sunday that presents El Diablo. I haven't said it.
El Diablo.
And then House of the Dragon later tonight. House of the Dragon season 2, episode 5.
And Mr. Lundell.
Okay, today, 2:00 Central Time. You join myself and my ravishing host Yvette. We'll be discussing UFOs, Bigfoot, cryptids, all the weird stuff. I'm the guy that's the total skeptic, and I think she is too. So prove us wrong.
Okay. Cool. 2 p.m. Central.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out.
Thanks for having us on, Bert.
Been fun. Glad I could help.
I'm glad you could too. Okay, guys. Kapla all. Stream out.